Hello everybody, Bill Harrison here with Hardin Power Systems. Wanted to take a few minutes and show you a bundle that we've put together to accompany our BatPac product. The BatPac, you may very well already be familiar. It's on our site, or you've seen perhaps videos. It's just a very simple, very straightforward way to harness the power from a common AGM battery, either an RBC2 or an RBC4. And basically it allows you to carry kind of a naked battery around, but to do it safely, do it with fuse protections, do it with Andersons, have a voltmeter. It's a neat little item, and it's relatively new to us, but one of the things that comes up real quickly is the need for accessories, and there's a lot out there. You could definitely surf around or do some shopping and find a lot of the different accessories that kind of take advantage of just how versatile the BatPac is. But I guess we've kind of done the work for you, and we'll show you what we've come up with, even if all this does is give you ideas and send you off to Amazon or eBay. So be it. We want you to use our gear as best as it can be used. This is a MOLLE pouch. It's actually the for the military. It's the typical medic bag or an individual first aid kit in some cases. But it's an available size. It's a convenient size. It's got the ladder MOLLE, and it's got straps on the back. It is an honest mil-spec pouch. It's got drain holes, self-healing zippers, dual zippers. We've used these a lot, like with our Revolt product, and real happy with the quality, and works very well. If you can tell by looking at this thing is stuffed, okay? And we packed this pretty carefully. But if you need to or want to, you can pack it just as carefully and get the same results. Inside here, we have what we are trying to say would be really all the accessories within reason that a person would want to make their BatPac just as flexible as possible. So of course the unit itself has got Anderson outs, which is very secure, very solid, works great. One of them's fused, one of them's not, but of course that's just Anderson. So unless you're interfacing directly with Anderson cables, you might want some adapters. We have probably one of the more obvious ones first. This is just an Anderson to female cigarette socket. Now, we buy a lot of these. These are basically the most expensive cigarette socket that you can buy as far as a panel mount. It's a glass-filled ABS. It's plated brass contacts. It's a marine grade. It's the style that if you have the corresponding male cigarette plug, it will actually lock. You'll see that some on boats and things. And obviously it's got some dust protection. It's got a real soft rubber boot, keep junk out of the contacts and keep things clean. 14 gauge wire, about a foot long, and 2 Andersons, standard Aries and Races configuration. Obviously this, plug it into the BatPac, and whatever you could plug into your car, you could plug in. As long as obviously you're aware of just how small an RBC 2 or 4 is if you're pulling lots of power. Next thing is a Anderson to battery clamps, and pretty obvious the uses you could put that to. One of the things that would make this a pretty versatile accessory is that you could charge a small battery or jump a small vehicle. Certainly, you know, if you had to get a small boat motor or a yard tractor, we know people have done that actually. A yard tractor or other small vehicle started. If the only problem was the battery, you could probably just jump it straight with this. But you could also, of course, in the field, hook into a good battery and then plug into your RBC 2 or 4 and charge the battery. This is real nice wire too. This is 10 gauge 10 gauge zip wire with a real high silicone content insulation that makes it very pliable. It's nice, easy to pack and easy to work with. Next thing in our little bundle is this one. Is a male cigarette socket. It is fused. It's got an 8 amp fuse built into it. This is also 14 gauge wire. It's nice stuff. And wherever possible, we'll put these little Velcro straps on our cordage, on cables and things. They're pretty reasonably priced, and it makes it easy to keep things clean. But this is a 3-foot cable with Andersons and a male. One of the neat things here is in your vehicle, you could plug this into your vehicle socket, plug this into the non-fuse side of your BatPac, and charge your little AGM battery from your vehicle. Now there may be some people kind of rolling their eyes a little bit when I say that, but okay, yes, there's no charge controller. You don't have a real voltage control, but especially if the vehicle is running, or at least if the battery is relatively well charged. As long as that vehicle's voltage is substantially higher than this when you plug the two in, then the vehicle is going to charge this battery, not vice versa, which it would do if the voltages were reversed. And you know, don't plug it in and walk away for a long time. There's no regulator. It certainly wouldn't be a smart charging setup, but in the field, when you got to make it work, you could definitely do it and it would work just fine. So that male adapter is included. And the next one, and this is pretty slick. This is a 3 amp step down USB converter. So obviously you could plug this into the BatPac, and you're pushing 3 amps, which is quite a lot. At that point, you're above what most, like even tablets and things, are asking for. And we do that mostly because it really supports you using a splitter. You can put a USB splitter on this with a couple, 3 or 4 ports on it, and if you've got a cell phone and a hotspot or something else that you wanted to power or charge via USB, this little 1-foot cable will do the job nicely. And the last accessory, and a pretty neat little adapter. Most of you probably recognize this, generally called an SAE or a SAE flat plug or a J plug. These 2 conductor plugs are very common, and one of the places you'll see them for sure is on your typical inexpensive 3-stage smart chargers. Things like the Schumacher's, NOCO makes them. A lot of makers produce chargers like that, and most of them have settled on this as the universal connector for their chargers. So that just means that, of course, you could plug this into the unfused side of your BatPac and plug this into a charger, so you can charge from an AC port. So in any event, the BatPac, pretty much every cable or adapter that we could come up with that we thought served an important use. These are all available on our site individually or as a bundle. I'd encourage you to come to portableuniversalpower.com and see us. Check us out on Facebook or YouTube at Hardin Power. And I appreciate your time. This is Bill Harrison. We'll talk to you later. See you, folks.